Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta, and this is a death battle! No, that's not our intro. Welcome to Stone-Faced Reactions, where we watch videos and then don't react to them whatsoever. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reaction. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to spin the wheel. What are we gonna get today? How do we drag the wheel? Thor versus Vegeta. Ooh, that sounds like a fun one.
Who won the last one?
Yeah, know what? I just don't know.
Let's see. What was the last
What
one?
was the last one?
Well, the last thing we did was In Space with Markiplier, which is a no-winner sort of thing.
That is true.
Before that, it was Tanjiro versus JoJo. You won that because I am staunchly against JoJo,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe JoJo won, unfortunately. Which
Yup,
means,
they had a slightly higher power level.
which means that I get to pick.
Who's your pick?
God, that is a hard one. Vegeta is not a winner.
Vegeta is always second place, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, God damn it.
He's also Vegeta.
Yeah, he's the one you want to win, but never does. Specifically, just to make somebody else show off better. You know what? Fuck it. Nobody knows what the actual score is between us anymore, except for me. I'm gonna pick Vegeta just because I like Vegeta more than I like Thor.
Alright, I guess I'm picking Thor. Thor, the actual god of thunder, who probably can do a whole lot of things crazier than just blow up a planet, but he just doesn't do it often.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Depends on the era of Marvel, but they do pull from everything. I mean, at Vegeta's not weakest, obviously, since he was shown as a child during some things, but at Vegeta's opening moments in the show, he was able to destroy planets. And he's gotten more
Oh yeah,
powerful since then. But then again,
casually did it.
Marvel has been played out for such a long time that, I mean, there's like end of time Thor who calls current Thor to the future to help him against threats. So, I mean, there's aspects I'm aware of the Marvel timeline that could make Thor the hands down winner, but I still want to pick my favorite character over who I think would win because why not have fun at least once?
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly the way to go here. If I had to pitch for Thor, not really knowing every single Thor iteration here, Thor is frequently scaled or put up against Hulk, and it's constantly a question of like, well, who's the strongest between them? And the Hulk can do basically anything he wants. He can lift entire mountains all at once. He could destroy planets if he wants, and Thor keeps up or is superior to him at different points, depending on who's writing today. I have the sinking suspicion that Thor just has too many random crazy things going on for Vegeta to keep account of. So that would be my inherent guess for how Thor versus Vegeta is going to go. And I guess that's kind of all I got to say about it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of breakdown because the problem is, that, again, as I pointed out, Thor has existed for a very long time, comics wise, and that it's not like single run from here to there. It's I've been in a lot of comics in every year of my existence. So he has done crazy stuff in Elseworld series. I mean, they're not called that in Marvel, but you know, different universes. Uh, Plus different eras had different power levels, basically.
Yeah.
Whereas Vegeta is Vegeta is Vegeta. He's never been a different Vegeta. So,
Right. We only got one Vegeta to work with, but at the very least, he does insane things too. So, I guess let's check it out by Odin's Beard.
alright, that's the pause to give me a moment. Make the wheel
And I have
load.
to actually go search out the episode because it's not on the list. Because the list I have is much, much older.
Yep.
To do
I don't have an
death.
updated list. I've just been adding things to the wheel that should be on the wheel.
Yeah. Gotta use the search feature. There we go.
Yeah, hold on, let me make sure the volume is right, because apparently it doesn't default.
Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead. Beer! Okay, not real
Say something?
beer, it's a bunch of emojis. Listen up, this is crazy.
This is me saying something, and the things and the stuff, and the things and the stuff, and the something, and I'm gonna keep
Stop.
on talking.
Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind the
Maybe
scenes
a little bit
videos,
loud.
members only live chat, and over 20 unique emojis. All
A
you
little
gotta
bit
do
quiet.
is click the join button and you're in the club.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
Beer, it's a bunch of
Doesn't matter.
emojis. Listen up, this is crazy. Did you know the Death Metal channel offers memberships for less than
So much
$3?
easier if I had a steady
I know,
hand.
It's a steal. Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind
Yeah,
the
it's
scenes
just that
videos, members only
middle
live
point
chat,
that I'm
and
just
over
not-
20 unique emojis. All you gotta
That's
do
gotta
is
be it.
click the join.
Alright. Count it.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Whiz! Hey! Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking
Oh,
for that elusive
advertisements.
dislike bar that's been missing for months.
Yeah, who could miss the advertisements?
Beer. Okay, not real beer, it's a bunch of emojis. Listen up, this is crazy. Did you know the Death Metal channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal. Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind the scenes videos, members only live chat, and over 20 unique emojis. All you gotta do is click the join button and you're in the club.
Yeah, I think this one is only, what, 2 months old now?
Yeah,
we're catching up, huh?
Thor, the god of thunder.
And Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans.
Ah, yes, all the new super stuff.
Have you seen
Vegeta
that,
blue hair.
that fan-made, video?
Yeah, I did. I saw that recently. That was
Yeah,
some fun
yeah.
animation.
Oh, that was awesome. Plus, it was
Yeah.
a much better Vegeta.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
Oh,
out
yeah.
a death battle. Thunder cracks, the heavens rumble, lightning blinds your eyes. You look up to the sky and pray for mercy because Thor is angry.
Well, you would have if you were a Viking. Nowadays, we don't have time for myths and legends.
Oh, don't we?
Which,
For in the modern mythology of
what
Marvel
series is
Comics,
that?
the god of thunder was
The live
Thor.
action one.
I'd wager this Thor is a hell of an
Well, I
upgrade.
mean, to be fair, though, also, Marvel's Thor doesn't follow the mythological Thor exactly either, so...
I do like that they started with the Earth's Mightiest Heroes first episode, where basically someone lifts up a whole bunch of rocks, and New York is completely destroyed.
New York. Ooh, you hate to see it.
Thor's Asgardian body is immensely durable, immune to disease, and capable
I mean,
of
pointedly, also, they're not going with the human man
He's also the
who has the
literal
ability
god
to
of
transform
strength.
into
We're
Thor.
talking lifted a planet
Yeah,
size
they're just going with the straight-up god.
knocking out the Phoenix Force strong. Arm wrestling with Hercules and almost throwing the Earth out of orbit strong.
Notably, he was once blasted with a graviton bomb, which subjected him to the gravity of a neutron star. That's over 200 billion times.
But now he just casually bathes in radiation for
He's got
fun.
the stamina to match. Nice. Able to fight for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield than a sentient cosmic storm? Eons ago, the almighty god Tempest rampaged through the universe. In a rise to
You know, this is scaling out of
power,
proportion real fast.
Odin managed to trap it within a block of the magical ore Uru that he would forge into his son's hammer, Mjolnir.
Oh, what more can be said about this beautiful thing? Forged in the heart of a dying star that went supernova and killed the dinosaurs, Mjolnir is maybe my favorite thing ever. He can channel bolts of lightning, manipulate the weather, open portals to other dimensions, and absorb and redirect energy attacks. Or just suck it out of your body against your will, like with this radiation dude. The presence. Not gonna be present for much longer, bud.
He's
The
even used
presence.
Uru
Ah,
to absorb the
classic
power of the
superhero
gods,
naming.
which would have killed every deity in existence across time and space.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements, turn Thor invisible and intangible, let him travel through time, and even bring people back to life. And if Thor wants to
Some of that is a little
fly,
goofier than
take it
others.
for a spin. Literally, he throws that
So I'm saying,
motherfucker as
different
hard as he
eras
can
of
and
Marvel
holds on for dear life.
means different power
Because
levels.
it flies fast enough
Yeah,
to
how do you
cover the entire
choose?
galaxy in seconds.
Only one problem. It's a little teeny. Unlike Thor's big-ass axe, Yarnbjorn, it's sharp enough to cut through celestial armor, and it's unbreakable, and an axe. Okay, look, it doesn't have a galaxy storm inside it, but it's still pretty cool. Oh shit, look, Wiz, I'm worthy.
No, you're not. There's no enchantment on the axe.
Well, then what the hell am I gonna do with this?
But should he face an enemy beyond the likes of even his world-shattering strength, Thor can harness his inherent godly power into one single ultimate attack, the God Blast.
God is right. Even Galactus, the devourer of worlds, shit his pants and bounced at the sight of such an awesome attack. Jesus, even the Avengers seem pretty small potatoes compared to this guy. What can he even
Thor just
bother?
casually going around punching people because he can.
By hitting it really hard.
Bullshit.
That was the point of Odin's lesson, to force his headstrong son to confront a world more complex and nuanced than his millennia of battle had prepared him for. Thor had to be more than a warrior, he had to be a hero.
He's battled Thanos, the Silver Surfer, and even the Sentry.
The Sentry is strong enough to contend with the World-Breaker Hulk, a being strong enough to destroy the Marvel Universe over 100 times.
I mean, Sentry is basically like
The
Superman,
Ares, the Greek god
but he's
of war,
also
who
like,
can fight within the span of flank time.
he's also a villain at the same time.
That we can imagine.
He did seem a little psychotic in the one, like, bit of Moon Knight I saw him in.
I didn't know he was in Moon Knight. I haven't watched that yet.
No, he's not in, like, the series. He, like, a comic.
Wow.
Basically, like, a quick moment of just, like, the Sentry showing up and going, Moon Knight, you're kind of fucking around too much. Here, I'm gonna haul you around for 5 seconds and talk to you.
Well, no.
So he goes and saves, like, 50 people while telling Moon Knight off for a minute.
The Sentry isn't a bad guy. It's just, he's like the most powerful creature ever, but at the same time he has multiple personality problem. Where, like, imagine you went to sleep at night and all your evil came out and had your powers too. So the alternative side of Sentry is also the universe's most powerful villain.
So I guess he and Moon Knight have something to get along with.
The world tree that connects 10 universe-sized realms.
The World Engine's purpose was to mechanically trick Yggdrasil into disrupting the natural flow of Ragnarok, the end of the world.
So Thor just pushed it and literally reversed the flow of fate. That's right. He outmuscled a giant multiversal.
Yeah, there you go. That's the silliest comic book story I could think of right there. I pushed the wheel backwards.
The cycle of Ragnarok in the first place, ending it forever. So perhaps now when you look up at the thundering sky, you won't fear the god's capricious wrath.
Because you'll know it's just Thor, the god of thunder, kicking ass and saving the day.
Planet Vegeta, home to the bloodthirsty warrior race known as the Saiyans, and named for their mighty leader, King Vegeta. Noting the Saiyans' proficiency in genocide, the alien emperor King Cold and his son Frieza contracted them to be their personal hit squad, conquering worlds in their name.
But when Frieza felt these monkeys were getting a bit too uppity for their own good, he nuked them in their whole planet.
The king was dead, leaving his young son, the Prince Vegeta, alone. Burning with a grudge against Frieza for wounding his ancestral pride, Vegeta awaited the moment he could
I
extract
did not know
his
he was
revenge.
68 years old.
Frieza's former top enforcers, Veggie was trained from birth to be one of the greatest warriors in the universe.
It helps that
I guess he
Vegeta
has been around for a while.
greater
He's...
than that of Earth's, making his natural physiology significantly stronger and more durable than a human.
Goku's also kind of getting up in age, too.
Shake just by throwing hands.
And like all Saiyans, Vegeta can harness his ki, or inner life force, as a physical energy to make him even stronger, faster, and tougher than that.
Or literally shoot it at your opponent to blow up the
Unfortunately,
kingdom's
ki is
up.
not
That's
magic.
right, Vegeta can point and click a planet out of existence with his soul. Man, that's hardcore.
He can use ki to fly at faster than light speeds, slice you to pieces with an energy blade, and even hold you in place with energy rings.
The goofiest trick he ever did.
Big ass laser. He's got the purple big ass
Well, I mean, it's
laser,
only goofy because
laser,
obviously
rapid
Goku could
fire
blow
big
the
ass
mountain
laser,
behind him out.
exploding ball big ass laser, and
Right, yeah.
Directional your ass is grass big ass laser. Though I gotta
It's like the
say,
power.
I'm sure that's exactly what he does in the next moment.
It's like the power that these people throw around. Not even like Vegeta, like Superman and everything like that. The power that they throw around, it's like, why are you taking damage by getting thrown through a wall?
It hurts when I breathe.
The wall isn't harder than
Vegeta's
the
most
shape being hit
terrifying
with.
ability, however, is the one inherent to his Saiyan biology. Whenever a
My
Saiyan survives a
interpretation
life
of it has
struggle,
always
their
been that
power
they still
increases
are perfectly
exponentially.
ordinary
That's what
physical
Frieza was so
bodies that
terrified
take
of.
damage, but
Saiyans
generally
being
they
an
protect themselves with
evolutionary
ki.
So it's no wonder
Well, I mean,
Vegeta
I was
eventually
using also
toppled the
Superman's
Yankees
example, which
tyrant
is
with the help of another
breaks your
surviving
example
Saiyan,
because that's not true.
Kakarot.
And with Frieza's defeat at the hands of this Earthbound Super Saiyan, Vegeta had a new rival and a new goal.
Become blonde! No battle required. Vegeta can harness the rage of his Saiyan heritage and transform into a Super Saiyan 2 and a Super Saiyan 2.
But try as he might, Vegeta struggled to keep up with Goku's ever-increasing power.
I guess it doesn't help that Veggie is maybe the single cockiest bastard to ever have existed. Yeah, sure, dude. Let Cell become perfect. Nah, we'll be fine. Hope your spine is doing all right. Dumbass.
Though Vegeta did manage to accomplish something that even Goku couldn't do on his own, becoming a god.
Once he and Goku met the god of destruction, Beerus, they had a whole new lineup of martial artists to conquer, with some angelic training to boot.
With Spirit Fission, Vegeta can forcibly absorb an opponent's ki with every strike.
And he even learned Goku's patented instant transmission, allowing him to teleport huge distances.
But most importantly, with God Ki, he can go even further beyond and become a Super Saiyan God. A Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Ah, it becomes such a mouthful.
Completely insane. The dude was strong enough to destroy the Room of Spirit and Time, an entirely separate dimension, just by powering up.
When Goku fought Beerus, he nearly destroyed the universe. And that was the very first time he ever went Super Saiyan God.
Considering we've measured Dragon Ball's Universe 7 to be up to 13 times bigger than our own, he'd need to be punching with that much more energy to bust it. And since the shockwaves of their punches traveled across the universe in seconds, Goku would have had to be punching that fast too.
And that's not accounting for Vegeta's training in various exponential transformations. When an amount of power is measured by how many universes it can destroy, that power itself becomes incomprehensible.
Oh, we're not done.
There really is no way to measure it.
Energy Beerus has destruction energy, and when he does, he can perform Hakai and erase your ass from existence entirely. It erases you physically, spiritually, and even temporally, as in it wipes you from time itself.
Such is the might of a god of destruction. For when Vegeta wants to go one step beyond, he seizes that very power. He becomes a warrior fueled only by lust for battle. He becomes Ultra Ego.
If Vegeta
Oh yeah, that's like the
wasn't big
latest arc, isn't
enough,
it?
Peak probably has its own zip code by now.
As the offensive counterpart to Goku's Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego Vegeta is a veritable juggernaut, able to absorb any hits that come his way and return them even stronger.
It's wild this guy has a Napoleon complex. He's one of the biggest badasses ever to exist.
In a way, failing to beat Goku was probably the best thing for him. Vegeta's whole life was spent rebelling against the humiliation of his race, trying to prove his worth by being the best. By contrast, Goku's self-improvement was never stunted by his ego and insecurities. In realizing that, Vegeta became more than a fighter, but a husband.
I mean, my favorite moment for him is still always, nobody lays a finger on my Bulma.
And Vegeta got a taste
Yeah.
of himself when he hooked up with Bulma for some Super Saiyan sexy time. Getting to beat Frieza's golden ass probably didn't hurt either. He may not always win, but he'll never be put down for long. So be sure to practice your groveling.
'Cause, I mean, he knows he can't beat Beerus, and he's basically groveling the whole time. And then Beerus touches Bulma. It's like, fuck it. If I'm gonna die, this is the hill I die on.
Yeah, without even knowing it.
Symptoms can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more.
So basically everything Vegeta feels then.
Often been stuck in the lab into the late hours of
I don't know, he feels fatigue.
We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause.
So I'm calling it here. They did no math for Vegeta and did a ton of math for Thor, which usually determines the battle.
BetterHelp is customized
You are kind of right, but again, they mentioned they're measuring it in universes.
therapist, so you don't
Yeah,
have
it
to
doesn't mean
see
anything.
camera if you don't want
They
to.
did math for other previous Goku fights and Vegeta fights, where they measured the power levels and what they meant and everything like that.
10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/deathbattle.
So they didn't do that this time, but they did a lot of math for Thor, which tends to mean we're going to get a math breakdown at the end.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all
Now
possibilities.
how many universes are going to be destroyed in this battle, though? 3D background and 2D sprite on it. Okay. It's always a surprise figuring out what animation we're gonna get.
Oh there, mighty warrior. What business havest thou upon earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business will be polishing my gloves upon your face!
And I do love that they get that voice actor for it, too.
Yeah.
I think from Team 4 Star.
Didst that count? Damnable cur! Thou fightst well for a mortal. Alas, you face a god.
Thor just casually dual wielding just because he felt like it today.
Well, we know he never goes for the head.
I have evolved beyond gods. I'm the prince of all Saiyans, and you can burn in hell! Big Bang attack!
Ah, what do you mean Vegeta's not worthy?
But it was more that he couldn't stop it because the infinite weight thing.
I know, I'm just being cheeky.
Tell me, does a god such as yourself feel fear?
New Vegeta form time.
No, he's in the ego form. He's at full power now.
No fear, only fire.
Thor transformation. Super Thor 2.
All you will feel is oblivion!
Battle Flash never works.
You are unfortunately right.
You might as well have spirit bombed him among shit that never works.
But I've been charging it up for 10 episodes. New animation.
That's a lesson you never learned, you son of a bitch.
Oh, well, okay.
Like I said, we're gonna get hit with the math. Because there was that 200 million speed thing, which I don't think equals anything.
Thor won because he's a natural blonde.
Despite Vegeta's immense power and tenacity, the god of
Can't
thunder
dye
has
your hair to
advanced in
victory.
Several key areas.
First off, the big one. Who was stronger?
Despite being up against the god of strength, Vegeta actually matched up pretty closely with Thor. Both could output power far in excess of destroying a single universe.
It's always tough to get an exact number for Dragon Ball Super's most powerful characters, but we can combine the size of Universe 7 with multipliers from Vegeta's transformations to get a rough estimate.
Told you, it's
important to
math
note
at this
that
point.
Ultra Ego's power boost
Yeah.
has never been stated. But we do know that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were roughly even in power. When Goku applied a Kaioken times 20 boost to fight Jiren, Vegeta kept up after going Blue Evolved. implying that both increases in power are roughly the same increase. Similarly, Blue Vegeta matched base Top, and needed Blue Evolve to keep up with Top's God of Destruction form, which is extremely similar to Ultra Ego in theme and purpose. Given this is the best current example of a measurable form akin to Ultra Ego, we can assume that Ultra Ego's boost in power, at least initially, could be extremely similar in terms of a percentage increase, making Ultra Ego's original state about 20 times more powerful than Blue Evolve. With that in mind, Vegeta at his peak could destroy a universe roughly 260,000 times over.
And
There you
Thor
go.
was pretty close to that. Taking a look at the Marvel Universe's size, which has a radius of at least 1 trillion light years, as well as scaling to the Worldbreaker Hulk, Thor ended up only about 10 times stronger.
Not terribly different, and it's definitely possible Vegeta's
One
power
order of
increased during the
magnitude
fight.
is pretty close
But
getting
it
to
was
these
stronger.
absurd
It wasn't
scales.
The only thing that mattered. Ultra Ego's damage absorption could only do so much against an opponent like Thor.
Vegeta may have trained as a warrior from birth, but Thor has been fighting for millennia against a much wider variety of foes, allowing him to adapt to Vegeta fairly easily.
And the fact that Thor was way faster gave him a lot of leeway to use that extra combat experience.
Applying Vegeta's transformation multipliers to the shockwaves from Goku and Beerus' punches, Vegeta should be able to fight at nearly 300 quintillion times the speed of light.
But scaling to Ares moving within blink time, Thor would be over 70 quadrillion times faster.
That's what
More
I was
than fast
saying.
enough to avoid Vegeta's key attacks, and even more
The math on the
importantly,
speed kinda
absorb
gave us
all
the
of them
hint from the
with
beginning.
Mjolnir. This alone could shut down all of
I'm
Vegeta's
just-
attacks.
I'm just taken aback by a fight that occurs within plank time.
And with that much
Superman
speed
does it,
difference, that's easier said than done.
in
And
the,
Thor can just will the
what's the
energy out
one
of
where he
somebody,
turns
he can
evil
just take
for
it
everyone's
back,
good?
and then some.
Injustice?
Yeah, he does it in Injustice where he has a conversation with Barry about whether he should kill the creatures that are invading Earth, and then kills them all within like a plank second.
Thor fought an army for over a month straight.
Theoretically, Vegeta could have ended the fight.
Vegeta actually gets tired, is a thing. He does experience fatigue. Hey, we solved it.
Physically, spiritually, and temporally.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had no way to match the God Blast, which could have killed friggin' Galactus. And that guy has threatened the infinite multiverse with destruction just as a side effect of his battle.
But that only would
That's a
hurt
level
Galactus if
beyond
Galactus
anything
was
he's
starving to
Dragon
death.
Ball yet, let alone Vegeta.
Yeah.
Vegeta was never
That's the only
going
time
to
that
down
Galactus is
easily.
ever
Thor's raw
weak.
Power, speed, and devastating godly abilities
It's
were
also
too
usually the
much
only time
for the
he shows up at
physical
Earth.
Saiyans.
Vegeta nearly won until Thor blew his mind.
Shows up at Earth to go like, yo dudes, find me a snack quick.
You don't do puns! We've talked about this! My thing.
Well, the winner is Thor.
That's the way I would have said
Thank
it.
you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you
Well,
can
I
always
guess
get
that's
more
another
downloads
win
right
for
now.
me. We
One
can
of those
put that
videos
onto
right
my
over there.
belt.
And
Randomly
by
got
downloading
picked
these
with
values,
Thor.
linked down below.
Ooh, what are they advertising for next time? Oh yeah, this fight. Which, I gotta say, moment I saw Omni-Man versus Homelander, I'm just like, why is this a fight?
It's on the list.
It's on the list. Well, I know who I'd be voting for.
Yeah, me too.
Alright. So, that's it for Death Battle and Stone Face Reactions today. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?